A very good afternoon and many thanks for joining us at this time. You're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business TV. The top stories: bandits invade and abduct students of a university in Kogi State. House of Representatives probes ongoing 15 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project. International Monetary Fund (IMF) advises Nigeria to subject global crypto trading platforms to strict regulatory measures. Details coming up shortly. Welcome back. I am Omoife Peace Osemere. Now let's begin in Kogi State, where bandits on Thursday night invaded and abducted some students of the Confluence University of Science and Technology, COSTECH, Osara Okene in Kogi. Media reports quotes an eyewitness as saying that the bandits invaded the university around 9 p.m. while students were reading for their upcoming exams built to commence on Monday, May the 13th of 2024. According to the eyewitness, the bandits came in through the bush, went into 3 lecture halls and started shooting sporadically. According to media reports, the Vice-Chancellor of the university, Professor Abdurrahman Asibita, confirmed the incident but refused to give details of the number of students abducted. Also, as at the time this report was filed, the Commissioner of Police in Kogi, Bethrand Onuoha, and the State Security Advisor, retired Cadre Jerry Omodara, could not be reached as all effort proved abortive. The Senate has approved a death penalty for dealers and importers of cocaine, heroin and other hard drugs into the country. According to media reports, the Senate arrived at the resolution on the floor of the Red Chamber after deliberations on the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Act Amendment Bill 2024. While the maximum punishment in the extant law for offenders is life imprisonment, the proposed capital punishment would apply to manufacturers, traffickers, dealers in or delivery of hard drugs by any means. During the consideration of the report on the bill for passage yesterday, Senate Whip Ali Ndume of the All Progressives Congress in Borno South recommended that the punishment of life imprisonment be toughened and upgraded to death penalty. The penalty for drug importation or dealership is reportedly captured in Section 11 of the extant law, which Ndume sought to be increased to a death sentence. Now, the House of Representatives has resolved to probe the ongoing 15 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project. Accordingly, the House said it would set up an ad hoc committee which would investigate the project and submit a report within 4 weeks. This resolution, it was gathered, followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance moved during plenary by the member representing Gwere East, Gwere West Federal Constituency, Benue State, Austin Achado. The House also resolved to summon the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, and his works counterpart, David Umahi, to shed more light on the project. However, the Ministry of Works had defended the project, saying it followed due process, stressing that the House of Representatives members also pledged support for the project. The 15 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project has been greeted with mixed reactions since the President Bola Tinubu-led administration approved it in February. Now, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has asked the federal government to develop a robust and adequate framework to tackle cybercrime in the financial sector. This was stated by the IMF's resident representative for Nigeria, Christian Ebeke, while responding to questions on the new cybercrime levy during a virtual media briefing on the release of Nigeria's Article 4 consultation staff report yesterday. Ebeke, who said cybersecurity is a critical issue, stressed that it must be taken very seriously because of the potential financial instability repercussions of cybersecurity issues. It would be recorded that the Central Bank of Nigeria had on May the 6th directed banks and other financial institutions to implement a 0.5% cybersecurity levy on electronic transfers, a development labor groups, organized private sector, as well as the House of Representatives have raised concerns about. Consequently, the House of Representatives yesterday ordered the CBN to completely reverse the directive, withdraw the previous circular, and issue a counter-directive on the levy. You're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business TV. Still to come, the federal government says there are no plans to host foreign military bases within its borders. According to media reports, there have been suspicion among observers that the government was considering approving military bases for the U.S. and France following their ejection from neighbouring Niger Republic. Now, despite the federal government dismissing these fears, concerns are still brewing. A security analyst will be speaking to this and why it is so much of a concern to Nigerians. But that conversation would be after this break. Do join us again. Right, welcome back from that break. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you are just joining us, this is News Analysis live on Politics and Business TV. Still staying with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, where it has advised Nigeria to subject global crypto trading platforms to register or obtain licenses in form of regulatory requirements to operate in the country. According to media reports, the recommendation was made in the IMF's latest staff report, which was released on Thursday, following the conclusion of its 2024 Article 4 consultation with Nigeria. IMF said the need for these regulatory requirements aligns with global efforts to standardize cryptocurrency regulations and prevent illicit activities. Reports have it that cryptocurrency trading platforms have in the last 3 months come under scrutiny on the suspicion that they were manipulating the local currency's value in the foreign exchange market. This is also as the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Momotimi Agama, on Monday said delisting the Naira from P2P platforms was necessary to avoid the ongoing level of manipulation. Now, the federal government has said it has no plan to host foreign military bases within its borders. Minister of Information Mohammed Idris described as false alarms the suspicion among observers that the government was considering approving military bases for the U.S. and France following their ejection from neighboring Niger Republic. A group of northern leaders had written an open letter to President Bola Tinubu asking him to tread with caution over the alleged signing of a defense pact with the U.S. or the French government. According to media reports, putschist in Niger, who carried out a military coup last year, ordered both French and U.S. troops to leave the West African country. Now, while France has since announced the withdrawal of its troops,